Dalton was a complicated character in both the Roadhouse remake and the original, but the new movie missed out on one key aspect of his story by replacing Sam Elliott's Wade Garrett. The Roadhouse remake received better reviews than the original, and it improved upon it in many ways. While it certainly had a better reception than the original, it also left out a major part of the story that was central to the movie's message. The Roadhouse remake made some major changes to the original, but one of the biggest was leaving Wade out of Roadhouse's cast of characters. He was a major figure in the original, and he provided a lot of emotional weight to the action-packed movie. Roadhouse might not have included Wade himself, but his purpose in the story was taken up by a new character. While his role in the story was still filled, a major part of his character, and Dalton's, was lost in translation for the remake. Charlie is the Roadhouse remake's replacement for Sam Elliott's Wade Garrett. Charles, a girl next to the bus stop, talking to Dalton in Roadhouse image via Prime Video. In the original Roadhouse, Wade acted as Dalton's moral compass and the voice of reason throughout the second half of the film. In the remake, Charlie took on Wade's role and gave Dalton a way to evaluate his decisions and try to be better. She helped Dalton see that Glass Key needed his help, and when he questioned whether he had done any good in Roadhouse's ending, Charlie showed him that he was far from the villain of the story. Charlie was a fairly good replacement for Wade, but she couldn't do everything his character accomplished. Roadhouse 2024 losing Wade Garrett means Dalton is fighting alone throughout the movie. Wade wasn't just a moral asset to Dalton, though, as another big role he played was as Dalton's ally in a lot of his fights. He was an incredibly skilled fighter, behind only Dalton and Jimmy Reno, and Dalton could have been killed without him. Charlie doesn't fight with Dalton in the remake, as she was a teenager, meaning he had to fight alone throughout the movie. While he did train Billy and Reef, they were nowhere near as capable as him or Knox, so Dalton didn't have any allies for his most important battles. Wade Garrett's absence makes Dalton's violent Roadhouse 2024 turn more shocking. Sam Elliott as Wade Garrett, who has recently been killed and is covered in blood, in Roadhouse 1989. Wade's biggest impact on the plot, though, came in his final scenes. In an attempt to drive Dalton away from the Double Deuce, Brad Wesley had his men kill Wade and leave his body on the bar. Wade's death acted as the impetus for Dalton to leave his self-control behind and go on his killing spree at the end of the movie. Wade and Dalton had been friends for years, and Wesley went a step too far in killing him, so Dalton used violent nature to avenge him. That made Dalton's violence feel understandable at the end, and his rage seemed justified.